Right, round 3. We're about to get started. We have Luke back at table 1 on the left here above the Mewtwo, taking his spot. And we have Michael Latronico. It's been a while since we've seen him at the top table, but he's been here before. A nice regular at these tournaments here at Woké. He is back at table 1 on the right above Charizard. Not sure what deck he's playing today, but we'll find out as we'll see whatever deck he's playing. We'll play against the Slowking deck that Luke has brought. Let me lower that back down so it's just me and it's not too loud, too overbearing. So how have you guys been since round 2, huh? You been good? Did you do your homework?
All right, welcome to round 3. You may begin.
That was just an announcement about no drinks on the table without lids. We all know that. That's common courtesy. Ooh, the Ditto in the active makes me, Oh, Dreepy. Okay, makes me think it's possibly Dragapult, but Badoo's in a lot of stuff, so you never know. But starting with the Badoo's, good if you're going second. It's not great if you're going first. It's a very easy KO. But we know that the Slowking deck here is not going to be taking that KO on their first turn, going second. Unless that Slowpoke hits for 30 damage, which I don't think it does. But Michael's in a good spot here with the Buddy Poffin before the Arven. So getting 2 Dreepy and then getting to play the Arven. Possibly fill out his bench even more with another Nest Ball or a Nest Ball or another Buddy Poffin. A nice Nest Ball, okay. What are we going to get with the Nest Ball? He is playing the Radiant Alakazam, so he's going to grab Radiant Alakazam with the Nest Ball. And he's got the Duskull as well. His bench is looking good. Especially... Wait, did he play... Wait, hang on. Did he go first? Did he play Arven going first? Oh, or did Michael go first? Or did Luke go first? And he just didn't have anything in hand. Yeah, okay, so I'm sorry. Michael was going second. Turns out. I did not even put 2 and 2 together there. Michael was going second and was able to Itchy Pollen. Wait. So if Michael did Itchy Pollen, then that means Luke can't use these items. Okay. Hang on. I need to...
Hey guys, real quick, can we make a quick pause? There was something brought to the attention on the stream. I just want to make sure that that there was no illegal play. So we just want to pause the game, put the hands down, stuff like that. We're just going to get this resolved, and I'll be right back, okay? Okay. All right, I'll get you an extension as well. Okay. All right, guys. So... Yep, yeah, so after Micah declared Itchy Pollen...
Okay, so we are going to restore game state as much as we can.
So we just have to make sure that we're reversing the turn that you just took and everything. It's still a recoverable game state. So what we were able to...
Because we have the live footage of this.
First played, both energies went onto the Dracloak, is that correct? Yes. Okay, so if you want to take those energies off, real quick, because we have to reverse all the way through.
Yes. All right, so they were both from the deck.
Yep. And then there was a recon directive before that. I know there was one card that was placed at the bottom based on the stream. What was the card, the other one that you grabbed off? So perfect. That was the one that we were able to review. So let's see.
So we reviewed all the footage, and we are reversing game state.
And then there was a shuffle from the Crispin, but this was the one that was tossed away from the recon. So that would be shuffle because that would have been at the top here. So can I see the Dragapult as well? All right, perfect. All right. So those were from the recon directive, the Crispin. Was this your hand prior to, or was that drawn? Prior. So this was already in the hand then?
Yeah, it was in his hand prior.
Awesome. So, and then were there any other actions prior to? Oh, so we also evolved the Direct Cloak. Is that correct as well? And the Dust Cloaks. So those would also come back up to the hand as well.
Yes.
So these two were from the recon directive.
Yes.
That we confirmed. Yes, it's supposed to be back in the hand.
Yes.
All right.
These are in the deck.
And then these are also in the deck. So there's no error here. For on your end here, so we're just gonna put. I do have to reveal the two cards that were from the recon directive, so that there's just clarity. Is that okay?
Yep. Perfect.
So from the recon directive that was activated during their turn, it was a Nest Ball and a Dragapult, and then there were those two energies that were captured off of the Crispin. So those do belong in the deck, and I'm just gonna do a quick reshuffle and randomization. All right, and then we did return both the evolved Pokemon back to the hand along with that Crispin as well. So now I'll go return, sir. All right. So it was just the Buddy Puffin after you had researched, correct? Okay. So that'll just go back in. Yep. So we'll throw those back into the deck, and since it is a recoverable game state, like I said before, and since we didn't see any extra cards, it would incur double prize card penalty. That means, Mike, you just have to take 2 less prizes to win the game. Does either player want to appeal that decision to the tournament organizer or anything, or are we good? Perfect. All right, so I'll go ahead and apply the fix here.
So yeah, there's an error because of the Buddy Poppin' recoverable game state.
So if you have any other game actions that you'd like to perform, obviously we can't use any items at the moment, but you still have that Buddy Poppin' in the hand before.
And we were able to go
right,
back.
So there's the deck here. And Mike, if you just want to throw like a 2 or something like that, so we know that over the prize or something, just so you know that you just need to take 2 less to win, 4 to win. Are we all set? Are we good to go? Yeah. All right, feel free to proceed from here, and I can get you an 7-minute extension.
Cool. So yeah, we were able to see all the footage and reverse the game state back to prior and carry on from there. We are good. I think he did need another bench to kind of just stay in the game at least, but it's the item luck from Badu. Both players have to pay attention to it, unfortunately. Like we have to respect that it's a official tournament, and we want to play the game in its most honest board state possible. So Michael will still be in a very upward position here. Whether or not this recon directive will still yield a Dragapult, it's not. That's rough. But he does still have his Duskull pop here. Crispin can still power up the Dragapult or the Drag Cloak, and he can still Jet Headbutt for sure. And that's still knocking out that Slowpoke in the active.
Here, and then this will move the turn.
Oh. Don't want to hear that. My echo in the background. So, yeah, I don't. It's always strange, but both players need to always kind of just keep an eye on the board state. And Michael,
7-minute extension as well. So we're good.
So yeah, Michael's the one who used the itchy pollen, the intent of his opponent not being able to use prize cards next turn. So that buddy poffin, regardless of what it does, who it helps, who it hurts, cannot be played. But having the live footage here, so we were able to kind of go back and put the game state back into its most natural state. And it's always awkward trying to catch it on the live too, because especially if both players don't catch it, they're going to continue gameplay. So, and me not being a judge, I can't just like tell everybody to stop what they're doing, and like, because everybody, like, if I stand up and I start to get Kyle's attention, or get the judge's attention from like where I am, I can't shout across the room or else everybody knows what's going on. So I have to do it a lot more discreetly, and it takes a little bit more time, unfortunately, for me to do it discreetly. So gameplay sometimes just continues, and then that's why we have to reverse states. But it's not the end of the world. It really isn't. We're still in a very good position on Michael's side. He was going to be before. He is now. I think even without item locking, he could have just put the Dracloak to the active, Jet Headbutt, take out the Slowpoke. But keeping him under that item lock is just... that's rough. Arvin is going to be the supporter for turn from Michael. Grabbing Ultra Ball so we can get that Dracloak or that Dragapult up. And a rescue board. Oh yeah, you hear my sniffles right now? That's like the pollen is like in my eyes, bro. It's crazy. Yeah, this Badoo caused a lot of trouble right now in this game. Caused a lot of trouble in this game for sure. He has the result of, or he has the cause of a 7-minute time extension. He is, oh, my eyes are itchy. It's all because of this little bud. You can pop the Dusknoir and yeah, pop the Dusknoir. Yeah, he's got to scoop that. Unfortunately, like that was just a rough go of it.
I should have been paying attention, but
I should have realized I couldn't do that.
I figured, when you said that, I'm like, oh, now we're both probably gonna get like something, but.
I didn't even realize
Ooh.
Yeah, I had like the worst hand ever to begin with. I had 2 reversals and like a night stretcher.
And they're just kind of discussing it now, but his hand before the professor's research was bad. His hand after the professor's research was just full of items that he couldn't use because of the itchy pollen. But he still played the Buddy Buddy Poffin, just probably on instinct. Like, he was excited to see it, played it, and then Michael didn't notice it to stop it. So then it's kind of downhill from there. But even so, like, even with the Buddy Buddy Poffin, I don't think, like, with how, even, like, before that, like, Michael got the Dragapult off of that Dracloak recon directive, so he would have been able to just set that up and start swinging immediately, putting damage everywhere. It would have been, it still would have been rough. The Slowking deck takes a lot of setup, but if it sets up and your opponent is stalling out a little bit, like, it can do a lot of damage. That Kyurem is no joke. Any Pokemon that's able to get off that Kyurem is got a place for sure. Just needs some fine tuning to figure out how to set it up for sure. And going up against Itchy Pollen is not gonna help that setup. You need your items to set up, like, unless you play Artisan, but the deck doesn't play Artisan because it wants to play the Night School, so it's a rough go of it for sure when you're facing down the Itchy Pollen. Nothing you can do.